yesterday we talked about lines and quadratics and how to graph them and all that good stuff. So today we're going to talk about how to move them. Okay. Just a little review from yesterday. This is a linear equation, okay, because our x, or our variable, is to the first degree. The exponent of 1. So it creates something like that. Everyone remember that from yesterday? And then we talked about this yesterday as well, a quadratic, x squared. We know it's a quadratic because its degree, or highest exponent, is 2. So it's going to look something like this one right here in the middle is an absolute value question. Okay? And I think of absolute value as a distance. So the absolute value of negative 5 is 5 away from 0. So that's 5. Our graph for absolute value is a V. Yeah. We'll do that tomorrow. Or online. I'll do this tomorrow. We're just going to try this out today. Okay. All good review. Perfect. Okay. Alright, this is the graph of y equals x. We just talked about it. It makes a line. Okay? If I wanted to have this new equation, y equals x plus 4, where do you think my blue dot would be in comparison to this? This blue dot's right here. Where do you think that new blue dot's going to be? Talk about that with someone next to you. Yeah. In comparison, where does my blue dot go now?
Up 4.
Up 4? How do you know it's up 4? It's when you're taught, right? Y equals mx plus b. So in this form, my slope is 1. My b, where it crosses my y-axis, is 4. So it goes up 4. It's going to look something like that. Right? Okay. Let's see. Boom. Wow. You guys are geniuses. Ooh, so tough. All right, next one. You have y equals x minus 3. Talk about their partner for 10 seconds. Where do you think that new blue dot would be? What did you guys decide? Where's this going to be?
Down 3.
Down 3. So my blue dot is going to be down here?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Oh, wow. So there's no blue dot there, but that's where it'd be, right? Perfect. Look at this one. Where do you think my blue dot will be this time? Talk about that with someone near you. Side. To the left 4? Right 4?
I don't know. I don't know.
Why isn't this one moving up 4? Because when we had this equation, y is equal to x plus 4, you told me that was moving up.
Those parentheses?
So you're saying that these parentheses mean something different.
Yes.
Okay, so it's either moving left or right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Moves to the left 3. Or left 4, sorry. Hey guys. Moves to the left 4. Therefore, when this is a positive number on the inside of my equation, it's going to move towards the negative side.
So it's opposite day?
And when it's inside that parentheses, okay, opposite day. So if it was a negative 4, it would move to the right 4. Nice job. Nice. Cool. All right. This one, talk about with your partners. Where will my blue dot be now? Or what will it look like now? Go. What did you guys decide? What is my line, or what is it going to look like now? My blue dot, where are we going?
The slope is a half.
The slope is a half? And how did you know that was the slope?
Because
it's m.
And m equals slope.
M is equal to slope. This on the outside tells us how big or how fast it's traveling. Okay, that's the same thing as slope. Like I could have a slope of 3 if I have like y equals 3x. Okay, going every one I go up, I go over. Every one I go up, I go over 3. That line is traveling super fast. It's super steep. Okay, something like a half is going to be half as steep. Okay, so let's see what that line looks like. Comparison. I also need new markers so bad. So we knew it was going to move to the right 3 because of this -3 on the inside of my parentheses. Okay, so it's moving towards a +3. And it's half as steep because of that 1/2 on the outside. Okay. Next one. Y equals -2 times x minus 4 plus 5. With your partner or the person next to you, talk about what that graph is going to look like this time. All right, let's break this one down. Okay. What's the first thing that you notice that we can change about this dot? Right 4. Because that's a -4, so our dot's going to move from here to here at some point.
Up 5.
And how'd you know up 5?
Plus 5.
Because it's +5 right here, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And what about this -2 out here?
What's the slope?
That's the slope. What about it being negative?
It means it's going down. Yeah. So it's a decline.
So it's going to decline twice as fast. So it's going to go, every one I go over, I'm going down 2. Go over, down 2. That's our line right there. Let's see if you're right. Nice. All right. Erase this. My y equals absolute value is given by a v. So I'll show you here in a second. Right there. Okay. My blue dot is at 0. And if I were going to take a translation or to move it, show me or talk about with your partner, what would y equals the absolute value of plus 4 be? Where'd that shift my graph? All right, what'd you guys decide where my blue dot was going to be? Up 4, and how'd you know up 4? Because it's plus 4 on the outside of my absolute value. So you're saying it's going 1, 2, 3, 4? And traveling like that? All right, let's see. Oh, well. Look, close. The dot's in the right spot. The drawing's not so much. The effort is there. Thank you, I appreciate that. All right. Where would the absolute value of x minus 3 go? Down 3?
Yeah.
Why down 3?
Because it's a negative. Or, sorry, it's a minus.
It's on the outside of my absolute value, and it's being negative, so it's moving down. So our original starts here. We're going 1, 2, 3. See? That was better. Drawing-wise, but the point's there. All right. With your partner, decide where my blue dot is going to be for y is equal to the absolute value of x plus 4. What did you guys decide? Right 4? So this way, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Because it's like, I don't know if I remember correctly, but it doesn't like there's like
So it doesn't
go to the
Wow. There are no negative answers
so it just negative
to absolute value. When we did y equals x plus 4, where did that put my graph? Over this way? That's where this graph started? So would it make sense that this graph's also going to start at that point?
So like it's
No.
the opposite of value.
Let's see.
I feel like
No, you're good.
Oh,
It is there.
Pop.
Okay. So
I was overthinking it.
this is why I'm thrown in absolute value, because we're not used to seeing something like this. So even though we don't have negative answers, it's a distance, it can still be opposite in there. Yep. So if we're moving a positive 4, we're moving to the left 4. Okay?
I overthought it.
All right. Y is equal to 1/2 times x minus, or the absolute value of x minus 3. Talk about that with your partner. What would that do to my graph?
Okay, so obviously.
What you guys decide is happening to this graph? To the right 3, and how do you know to the right 3? Minus 3 on the inside. So I go 1, 2, 3, right there. What is that 1/2 doing to it? Up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. Like that. Alright, let's see. Nice. Good job. Alright, this last one. Y is equal to -2 times the absolute value of x minus 4 plus 5. What is that going to do to my point and my graph? Alright, what does this do to my graph? What's the first thing that we see that we can shift? Right 4, because it's the negative on the inside, so we got to move towards the positive. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Up 5, and how do you know it's up 5? Plus 5 on the outside, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now what? Down 2 over 1. This negative is going to flip my graph. Okay? Kind of like how we talked about yesterday, when A is negative, it flips it, that kind of stuff. We'll go over that a little bit today. But we're going to flip it, so it goes every 1 I go over, 2 I go down. 1 I go over, 2 I go down. I got to do both sides. 1 I go over, 2 I go down. Like that. Okay. Nice. That's the best one yet.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Alright, good job. X squared. What does my x squared graph look like? A parabola, right? Where my vertex, talked about vertex yesterday, is going to be at 0. Boom. That's just regular x squared. So when I do x squared plus 4, where is that shifting my graph to? Talk about that with someone next to you. All right. What did you guys decide? Up 4, and how'd you know it's up 4? Because it's plus 4. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Parabola. Plus 4. Parabola. Parabola. There we go. Not a very good one. We'll see. Points right. The graph's pretty terrible, but that's okay. What do you guys think about x squared minus 3?
Down 3.
Down 3 because it's a negative. Nice. Boom. All right. X squared or x plus 4 squared. Talk about that with someone next to you. It's